Here we go then, it's Oscar Newton breaking off first. His opponent's all smiles behind him, but how long will that last? First glimpse of the new Ultimate Pool balls powered by Dynaspheres, and they are flying everywhere off the Oscar Newton break.
Yeah, what a break that is to start off. Balls flying in everywhere. Great opportunity this to start with a break finish. Looks like the trickiest ball on the table is going to be the 8 ball here. 8 ball does go right centre, so no need to move it. We can do if it makes life easier. It's come a little bit too far on that one. Like to be able to play the one to the middle and then come down the table. So it's not this shot that could go wrong, it's the next one. Just got to be careful. Yeah, did well not to go too far. I'm not sure that the one they're nearest to passed the other one, so they wanted to hold, and they have. Do need to be careful here, because in an ideal world, you are a quarter turn short of straight. Straight would be fine, because you can top through to left side. Or they're not on it, they're cushion firsting it. And that's fine. I think you can just go forward here and get on the 8 ball.
It would be some statement, this, to start.
Oh, they had the perfect angle, just didn't hit it. They are on this 8 ball, but that was actually better angle than I thought. You could have reached the cushion there and still been fine.
Oh, it's thin, isn't it?
It is thin, but watch the cue ball as well. I think the natural isn't in off, but it might be in the mind, which makes you kind of take the concentration off the pot.
Oh, the young'uns! What a start! Jack the Spider Swinnerton nails the opening 8 ball. And I tell you what, that couldn't have been a better start for those two young lads. Not only have they won their opening frame, not only have they done it off a break with a break and dish as a Scotch pairing where they've both played shots, but they've had a little bit of jeopardy. They've solved the problem and they've got the out. That is, you couldn't have made a better start if you tried.
Yeah, you couldn't script it better for the youngsters, that's for sure. They both played their part in that. Brilliant break, kept it pretty clean. They would have liked to have been on a better 8 ball than that, and they got an opportunity here in frame 2 as well with a dry break from Danny Balshaw.
Well, Danny has absolutely belted that, and you can see just the amount of balls flying around, but no friends for Danny as Jack Swinnerton, the Spider, comes to the table.
Much tougher layout, this one. This might be the time to just play the game a little bit here.
Oh, he's going yellow's first ball.
Yeah, that was really tough. That was really, really tough, and it's opened things up on the yellows.
Dave McNamara taking the opportunity to help out his partner. They will be a team tonight, will Danny and Deej. Dave almost playing the offensive coordinator role. Give that man a headset.
It's fine, as long as he doesn't call for a tush-push, we're good.
Danny built like a man who could probably handle
yeah,
the role of tush-pusher.
He would do well, that's for sure. This is a pretty good layout. That first shot was actually a better shot than it looked. You know, he had to play a really tough pot, got the cue ball right, opened everything up, and now it's just a case of
how about that for a shot that he's just played? I mean, he's landed absolutely perfect here for the remaining 5 balls, including the 8 ball.
I like the one to bottom left if he's straight enough just to hold on the one on the cushion next, and then it's just dot to dot. Yeah, that's exactly
such a good shot that from Danny, because I think if he'd have come to the table cue ball in hand there, he'd have literally placed the white ball exactly where it was. That was how well that came out for him.
just got to be careful on this next one. If he leaves it too low, then he could get behind the reds. And if he leaves it too far up, then he'll be playing away from the 8-ball on the last one. So that's why he's taking his time.
He's died it in down the rail.
I actually think he has left it too low here. I think there was definitely benefit to just punching it in and just holding on its level. Now look at the line of the cue ball here. It's going to be going, if he plays the natural, it's going up above the yellow towards the red on the left-hand side of the yellow nearest right centre, whereas you want to be just rolling it in. He's caused himself a problem.
Rolls in that yellow 15. But he's left himself a challenger.
Yeah, and it was the previous shot where he didn't try and pull back, has put pressure on him here to cue this one in.
Not that you noticed.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about trying to make this game as easy as possible for yourself, but...
And he might have decided to that end, to that exact point that you're making there, that actually his toughest shot was the previous yellow to bottom right, which he decided to make easier by killing it in thick down the rail. And maybe that was his sort of plan all along, if you like. Either way, more than one way to skin a cat, and that particular cat has been skinned. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that's a big frame as well for the Balshaw-McNamara partnership. See, we talked about Dave McNamara in the build-up to tonight, and he's the strength in the partnership. He's a top-level professional. May not be playing with Ultimate Pool at the moment, but absolutely, he's been to finals of Pro Series. He's a very, very good player, and he'll be playing the next 3 frames. So you kind of putting the partnership on his back, which is kind of how they would want to go. So it's lined up well for them, especially now that he gets to the table with ball in hand here. Just the 2 nearest the left centre pocket. The higher one doesn't pass the right-hand one doesn't pass the left-hand one, so you kind of just deal with those 2 without causing yourself an issue. It's not really a problem, but it's the only place you can sort of see how you can get in a mess here. I don't think there'll be any temptation to play this one off the one nearest the pocket, because he could if he wanted to, but it would have sent it down the table. That could have made more of a mess. I think he's going to just back himself to, in an ideal world, he'd want to be on the one nearest the pocket. He hasn't got the angle to get there, and he's not on it now. Or is he?
Just nip it.
Still not certain to get out here. Just could end up with an awkward angle on either of the next 2, depending on where he lands. Could be on either, but neither with a good angle. Let's see what he's got. Just off straight on the one to top right. Could go either way around here. Bit of traffic to play around with going this way and crossing a line. Played well though.
Yeah, he's just about straight enough. I think in an ideal world he'd love to have gone a little bit higher, just to naturally track towards the line of the 8-ball, but I mean, he's absolutely okay here. Punch off the cushion. Just has to accept distance, but this is a very, very makeable 8-ball for Dave McNamara. Never in doubt. And I tell you what, you got to say, it's a very impressive response from the senior pairing of Danny and Deej here. They had their cages rattled by that opening frame where the nippers did them off the break, but they've not allowed them to have a shot really since, apart from the very first shot of frame number 2.
And that was a big shot. You know, you've just won the opening Scotch frame and you've got a very challenging, you know, chance at the table. High tariff. Was that the time to pull back and wait for a better opportunity? Possibly. Easy to say in hindsight. Of course, if he makes the clip in the centre and goes on to make the finish, we're raving about it. It was a tough ball. Back to the Scotch frame, and Deej chasing the 8, but nothing drops. Tricky layout this, actually. It's not as good as it looks. Looks a nice even spread of the table and balls near pockets, but 2 yellows together with the red nearest the right centre are a slight problem, and the yellow nearest the bottom left corner is also a slight problem. I'm not sure how easy it is to play yellow off yellow to deal with bottom left and then worry about right centre. No future on reds, of course.
Yellow balls in play.
I'm not sure if you can pot the one to right centre now, but if you can, what's going to happen to the yellow just below it? They're going to play into it all. And that will do. That's a beautiful shot. Didn't overhit it, just allowed it just to pop open. He knew he just needed movement. He didn't need it to be spread far and wide. Concentrate on the pot, let the ball do a little bit of movement, and now it's all there.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was playing on the combination at the top or not, but it's right behind it. This is absolutely ideal. Only question left, really. Does the yellow pass the other yellow to right centre pocket? Because if it doesn't, then it's that is actually a slight issue as well. See on that angle there, it looks very tight. So doing the right thing and coming right down the table. Now you've got to find a good angle to get back across for the 8 ball. But there's not much traffic up there, so things are looking good here. Well, was able to hold it. And if this is a turn off straight, it's absolutely perfect. Turn off straight either way actually will work. Just screw on and off the cushion or punch out. Off the top cushion, it looks like.
Yeah, don't mind it.
Just
Do
a few
not
rolls
mind
short,
it.
but it's still, you take this at the start of the frame.
Yeah, all day. And I tell you what, if they find the way to make this 8 ball, I'm not sure we've ever seen a better start from 2 youngsters. Oscar Newton is going to hang it.
Oh, I didn't see that coming, actually, the way they played so far.
Did Oscar a disservice there. I think it was Jack on the 8 ball. But either way, a big moment.
Yeah, the previous shot just needed to come another couple of rolls to make it unmissable.
Well, hello.
Yeah, it's a big visit to the table, this, as we tick in towards the final quarter of the match.
That is far from ideal. That's a very, very good recovery shot, but they're going to need another one. They couldn't control the cue ball there.
Yeah, just listening to David there, I don't think he was playing anything playing position in particular. He was just trying to make sure of the pot and get the cue ball middle of the table, and overdid it. And now they're actually in real trouble here. Danny's going to have to cue one in.
Extension, please.
Yeah, and there's no real value in playing safe, because
None.
Where can you find a safe space on this table with the 8 ball hanging over that corner hole?
Safety shot's harder than an attacking shot.
Danny Balshaw straps in, needs to make it. And jaws it. Have they got away with it? No!
I thought they might go for the one in the triangle area just because it was an easier pot. But that was a disappointing visit to the table for those two.
Well, Oscar Newton and Jack Swinnerton are very much in business here. 2 each.
Well, they were nervous before the night. They don't look it out there, do they?
Well, I mean, you can miss a ball, and I don't really...
that wasn't through nerves. That was just a tricky 8-ball.
Yeah.
So easy to catch that touch thick.
But my point was going to be, I've been so impressed with generally how they've played tonight so far. We've really only seen them at the table for two proper frames. Jack had one shot in his individual frame that was very, very tricky. Took it on, didn't make it. That happens. But generally speaking, Oscar in particular has been flawless tonight, by the way. Hasn't made a mistake yet. As a pairing, they've been mustard, really, in how well they've settled, how much they look comfortable and at home. We've seen, I mean, I often use as a reference point, we've seen Tom Cousins' first ever game on an ultimate pool table, and he looked like a deer in headlights. These two year 9s look completely at home.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They do look very comfortable out there, and we're about to find out how they go at 15 seconds a shot as well. It's 8 balls close. Oh, not quite.
Plenty in otherwise, though.
Yeah, this isn't terrible, you know. This is not terrible. Gonna have to cue a yellow in, right centre. You can get to the yellow over the pocket. That's not a problem ball. And every other yellow has got, well, there's one that's got some work. The one, there's a cluster of 4. The higher one is the only one that needs a little bit of work. But there's balls to do that with, so make this one.
Oh, that's a good pot as well.
Now, if you go in game here, there's no benefit to me for leaving the yellow over the pocket. So that would be my next ball. Get that one out the way.
But this is a 13-year-old at the table, not a established former England international as yourself. Do you use that as an element of insurance? Because I think he'd be forgiven for doing so.
Or he's looking at the back end. He wanted to come down and attack his bad ball as early as possible, which I like.
Ooh, come out sticky.
He's got the double, maybe.
He's touching ball.
Oh, he could get clever here, can he? Can he play the red onto the yellow over the pocket using the right-hand jaw? It might be a little too close to it. He's not looked at it. I think it's on, though.
Oh, well, that's what can happen. 15 seconds a shot, used as extension, finished in a tricky situation, and that right there was Jack Swinnerton simply running out of time. It has got bigger and uglier players than him.
It looks like McNamara is going to play the combination here, but this looks tough because there's nowhere to hide the white.
He is a fabulous player of the combination shot.
Yeah, made that look easy, didn't he?
He really is as good as they come, really, in terms of that particular shot. I know Dave's got a really strong knowledge in black ball rules where that shot in particular is so prevalent, but even so, that was made to look completely effortless, and that wasn't simple.
No, and there's other ways to attack that ball as well. You've got to have a lot of confidence to play it that way. It's nicely done. Has he played a loose one here, though? Needs some angle. Needs some angle here.
I think he's got a turn, not much more than that. Yeah, forces it. It's an excellent shot.
It really is. There wasn't much there.
Really pumped it in. A ball is fairly accessible from anywhere on the bottom half of the table, really. But had to kill that one in with side. Very, very well executed from Dave McNamara. Tricky little counter clearance that, and he's made it look very, very simple. Looks sharp, does Deej. He's just apologised to the two lower school pool players that he's had to kill clock against. But I think actually for Oscar and Jack, that's a badge of honour. You've got a pro pool player there having to kill time against them because he knows that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 minutes left in the match, just under now. Danny's asking, is it him? Yes, it's you to play, Danny.
Break 6. Balshaw, McNamara to break. 3 frames to 2.
Oh, that's better than the first break. That was really nice.
He does hit them hard, doesn't he?
Yeah, there wasn't overhitting it either. There was control there. That was nice.
Can you see a yellow?
You just want an easy pot. You just want to run the clock here. So you go your extension and pot 4 balls. I think you can play the plant to top left if you want to go yellows. You've got clip on the red if you want to go reds. It's not really about the finish here.
Plant on the yellows it is. Oh, that's come out nice. How's your nudge?
Yeah, he's a little bit fortunate there. He played that a bit firmer than I thought he would. And without that extra nudge, he's not on an easy ball.
Yeah. He's not going to take it, so he will go down the table. Oh, that was tight.
Wow, that was tight.
Well, I got a new referee in on Monday nights, but only new for Monday nights. Mark Goff is one of the best and most experienced around. He was happy with that. I'll tell you what, Danny judged that well. Previous shot under time pressure. And he's probably 1 pot away from being really comfortable.
It's fine now because he runs this down to the wire like he did the last one. It's only going to be 20 seconds, and he's not going to clear up with 20 seconds. So that is job done.
Yeah, he's managed it very, very well. Oscar Newton is going to give this a go on 17 seconds. But sadly, it is not going to be for those two. But I tell you what an excellent start it was from the Wizard and the Spider. Oscar Newton and Jack Swinnerton have shown us that they are here to play tonight. And for those two right there, Dave McNamara and Danny Balshaw, they really had to play well, and that is a testament to how good that Oscar Newton and Jack Swinnerton played. We might well have a pick'em group tonight, all 4 pairs, high quality. And we'll see our next 2 coming up